Good morning and welcome to the Garland Redcup Variety Podcast, produced by 22 Design Studios. I am Logan Lanier. Mr. Garwood will be on momentarily. And the Redcup Podcast, we are live on Facebook and YouTube, and we have social media pages on our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and our website, theredcuppodcast.com. And the Garland Red Cup podcast, where there's always something good in the Red Cup. And today we have a very, very special segment called Women's Month, and it's the title of the show today, Women Inspiring, Connecting, and Empowering Within Their Communities and Beyond. And at this point, I would like to introduce our panel for today. We have some very, very lovely young ladies on, and our first one there is this young lady, special ed teacher in Farmington Hills, Michigan. She's a writer. She has a blog, a website blog. It's called theblackWifeLife.com, and she's also a businesswoman. She owns her own mobile bartending called Another Round. And we welcome to the show Miss Courtney Garwood. Welcome, Courtney.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes. Our next guest, this young lady is a comedian, actress, singer, and has appeared on BET Comic View, show theater. She's also a businesswoman. She got her own foundation called CEO at LAUGH, which is Laugh. And she has her own online baking class called Break a Whisk. W-I-S-K, not right, whisk. So we welcome to the show, Crystal P. Welcome, Crystal. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
You clean that up, like not whisk, like bid whisk.
Yes. And we lost the other panel, but I'm going to introduce her. She'll be back on here in a second. And this young lady is a parole manager for the Michigan Department of Corrections. She's a community activist in raising money for scholarships. She mentors interns and college graduates interested in a career within the criminal justice field. She is well-versed in facilitating workshops and seminars for community projects and is a proud member of the Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. And we welcome to the show Latrell Pickens. And again, she will be on momentarily. But ladies, as we go forward here, again, welcome to the show today. And we're so glad to have you on. And me and Paul kind of go through this segment before we start our second segment. And it's something lighthearted we always do. And when there's something good in the Red Cup, in our Red Cup here today, we have Saturday morning chores, or chores that we do on a daily basis. Okay, I mean, now we had those Saturday morning chores where we don't like them. I had them. Okay, I mean, my mother, God rest her soul, okay, she had me washing baseboards and walls. I had to use that pine saw. I had to use that Mr. Clean, all before I had to go outside. And I did not go outside until my chores were finished. I had to see Fat Albert before I go outside. I couldn't do my chores and watch cartoons, okay? But my least favorite chore in the whole wide world, maybe that's why I don't wash walls and baseboards today. I gotta go over there and look. Oh, they're pretty clean, you know. I use a mop today. But anyway, my least favorite chore was washing walls and baseboards with that stinky pine saw.
Yep.
Courtney, what was yours?
Well, I hate to sound like I was maybe a little spoiled or a little privileged. I didn't have Saturday morning chores. I'm an only child, but I will say this. I absolutely hate to unload the dishwasher. That's like, I can't stand it right now.
Oh
So that's
Lord.
my thing. Unloading the dishwasher. I lived several places with a dishwasher and I wouldn't use it just because I didn't want to unload the dishwasher. Sounds crazy, but
Well, I mean,
Serious.
now, how many dishes was in the dishwasher?
a lot. A lot. I just didn't,
Okay.
you know how you have to rinse the dishes first and then put them in the dishwasher, run the dishwasher, then you got to take them out and put them up. I might as well just wash them the first time and put them up. Just my theory on that. I hate unloading the dishwasher.
Well, okay. Any- Anything else?
Um,
Wait a
let's
minute.
see.
Hold.
Oh,
Obviously,
I don't like cleaning the bathroom. Cleaning the bathroom. I mean, it has to be done, but that's not my favorite either. I don't know whose favorite that is though. I don't know whose favorite that is.
let me ask you a question about the dish. Okay. Um, so you did not have to wash dishes at all, like by hand.
I'm saying I'd rather wash dishes by hand than
Oh,
load up the
okay.
dishwasher and unload it and put the dishes up. I'd rather wash them by hand and be done with it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well. Okay. And that's it. That's your least favorite. So you don't mind cutting the grass and
Well, I never had to cut the grass, Logan.
okay.
I don't like cleaning the bathroom, like I
I'm trying
said,
to think.
but other than that, I like things tidy. So, for me to go around and tidy up and keep things clean, it's not that big of a deal. It's the one thing I just really don't like.
Okay. I'm trying to throw chores on you. I'm sorry.
Right.
Okay, Crystal, what's your least favorite chore that you like to do? That you don't like to do, like to do?
I don't like any of the water chores. I don't like dishes, walls, mopping, anything that has to do with water. I never, and I didn't have Saturday chores. We would do them kind of in the week. Saturday was for cartoons, the Schoolhouse Rock, and Conjunction Junction, what's your
Absolutely.
function? But nobody doing no fooling with Pine Sol and Murphy's oil soap and all that other kind of stuff. We were spick and span. But I to this day I don't like doing water chores. I washing clothes, washing dishes, mopping. I don't like any of that stuff. I in my poorest days, I I had a housekeeper come in and wash the dishes, and I still have somebody come. I advertised on Facebook. Say, look, I will pay you $18 an hour to come. I've never liked washing dishes, and I'm like, Courtney, if I'm going to wash them, I do them well. I do not use a dishwasher. I just wash them by hand. I think dishwasher is a waste of time and water. Because
See, I'm not the
oh,
only one.
oh no,
Okay.
all that rinsing off and then load it, then unload it, and then
Yep.
they're in the washer in that what do you call it, dishwasher for at least an hour, hour and a half. I could have done three loads
Absolutely.
of dishes by there. So no, yeah, anything that's
Uh,
consistent of water.
And then you get
Um,
lazy and start using them out of the dishwasher once they're clean. You look for a plate in there, and then you still got to wash it by hand because there's nowhere to put them because all the clean dishes are being stored
And
in
you don't
there.
want to mix the clean with the dirty.
Exactly.
well, let me tell you something. Okay. In addition to me washing walls, I had to take out the garbage, which I despised.
Oh,
Now I'm OCD. It cannot be any garbage in my house. When it gets
hilarious.
like that much garbage in the garbage can, I gotta
Yeah.
take it out.
Really?
Oh yeah, you too. No, I'm gonna get my use out of my glad bag. I'm gonna use that
Me
force
too.
flex and fill that bag up. We will not be taking out 2 pieces of paper and and I used to hate taking out garbage. My mom would make us take it out. But you remember back in the day, you had those 10 garbage cans. They didn't have wheels. Like, kids today, they don't know what it's like to do a chore. You had those 10 garbage cans that if they got, in the middle of the street because the wind came, they get rolled over. They were rusty. And we would
Absolutely.
drag
Yep.
them across the cement. Oh, it was horrible. It looked like being on Fred Sanford and Son. It was horrible taking out garbage back in the day. But now today, I don't mind as much. Everything you gotta. Now the city provides you with a canister, and we just got new ones where I live. And you roll them on the little wheels, and you can get 65 gallons or 95 gallons. And it's just me here in
Yep.
my house, so I don't have that much trash. But yeah, I don't like it.
I'm bad,
I have a late.
and I'm by myself here. Okay.
Well, my husband complains because he say we have a bag of trash every day. So I don't know. It's just 3 of us, but he claims we have a bag of trash every day. So he's taking out the trash all the time.
Oh wow! Oh wow! Latrell is
Yeah.
back. Hey,
Latrell
Latrell,
is
you
back.
got
Latrell.
looking better than ever.
Hi, y'all. What I missed?
Well, you're just in time. You're just in
Okay.
time, Latrell.
You
You've
just
been
got
introduced.
nominated to take out the trash and do the dishes for the week.
I'll do it.
But here's the thing, okay? Tell us, what is your least favorite chore?
My least favorite chore, growing up or now?
Both.
Growing up, I would say my least favorite chore was watching my brother and sister. I'm the oldest of 3.
Hilarious.
And then a baby sister, and I'm 7 years older than my brother, and then 14 years older than my sister. So I was automatically the babysitter. So I hated that. I never felt like I could be a kid because of that. But as an adult now, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
And now being an adult, the chore that I hate is all of them. So because I do them all now. So, but anyway.
The dishes, the garbage, washing walls, the whole bit. You gotta wash walls.
Everything. I do it, but that doesn't mean I have to like it.
I understand. Okay. But again, ladies, I'm really bad. Again, I'm really OCD right now. I mean, and I don't know if it's because I'm getting younger. I'm only 25 years old. I keep telling people, I'm 25 years old, but I got, and I'm back and forth to Detroit. I'm living in Toledo, so I'm back and forth all the time. Before I leave this bad boy, it's gotta be spot. When I come back in, I got the smell. I walked in today, it smells just fresh because I got air fresheners in every doggone plug. I mean,
Right.
But anyway, yeah.
Now, where you get your smell goods from?
Oh, talking about for the walls? Talking about for the walls?
Yeah.
The plugins? Oh, I
Yeah.
Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what do you use? Airwick?
They all over the place. Glade.
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 Right.
All over. They got this plug, that plug.
There you go. That Hawaiian breeze.
There you go. Hawaiian breeze.
I can't plug up my laptop and stuff. I got.
Yes, I love it.
Our podcast is produced by 22 Design Studios, and gotta pay a bill here before we move on. So, Poppin' Top Hat Popcorn Creations. This is my cousin Joy Lanier's business, as featured on many TV news outlets and radio. She's located on 1376 Broadway in downtown Detroit, and she has over 50 delicious flavors. And they do weddings, birthdays, special events. They will create your own event. Pop in to Poppin' Top Hat Popcorn Creations, and you can find their advertisement on our website at theredcuppodcast.com. And ladies, now as we go forward here, we want to dive right into our next segment. And again, this is Women's Month, and the other day was International Women's Day. And I posted a picture of me. I don't know if y'all saw that on Facebook. I had on my purple to honor you all. I had a purple, what I had, a little do-rag on my, I don't know if it was do-rag, it was a rag. And I had on purple, and that was my way of, again, just honoring you all for International Women's Day. Again, this is Women's Month, and our topic that we're going to discuss today is women inspiring, connecting, and empowering within their communities and beyond. So my question, I'm going to ask all you all, and Courtney, what was what individual has been an inspiration to you personally?
You know what, Logan, I can't say it's one particular individual, but it's more of all the ladies that I surround myself with. Like, I'm surrounded by a lot of phenomenal women. A lot of them are educators, but they also own their own business. So they are caterers,
Okay.
they are DJs, they are realtors, they are bakers, but they have amazing businesses, and they raise their children, you know, they have families, so they kind of do it all. So the women that I'm surrounded by are the ones that are, you know, that's my positive influence. And one lady I would like to give a shout out to is Jamia Williams. She is the creator and co-founder of the Black Wife Life. That's who I write for. And she's an amazing, amazing young woman. She's not from this area, but she's done some amazing things. I strongly encourage everybody to check out the website. It's not just for Black wives either. It's for anybody. It's for just people in relationships, looking for relationships, health and wellness, anything like that. So check it out.
Okay, Crystal, who was the individual that inspired you personally?
My dad is a big inspiration for me as far as someone that I know personally. He's done so much in his lifetime. I'm kind of a mirrored image of him, so to speak, a little female version of him. And in the broad world, Queen Latifah and Jamie Foxx are two people that really inspire me because they're not one dimensional. There's something about individuals that can do more than one thing, and they have their singing, they have their acting and producing, and all these great elements to themselves. You know, Jamie plays the piano, the pianist. So it's those are people that inspire me that are just not one dimensional.
Okay. Latrell,
Yes.
can you hear me?
So,
Okay. Who's the person that inspired you?
that's right. Just like Courtney and Chris, really not one particular person who inspired me or influenced me. Of course, you know, just up and growing old, if you will. We evolve and we get inspired by a number of people. But if I had to say someone, it would be my grandmother and my mom, and people who have.
Okay, she froze a little bit there. Okay, you froze just a little bit there. We'll come back. So now as we go on, Courtney, let me ask you something. What ways do you think can be improved for women to better connect within their communities and beyond?
Well, I think it's more about women with influence, business owners, or women in positions of power forming networks with younger women that are coming up, that want to start businesses, that want to be in positions of leadership. It's about them mentoring them and providing them with resources so that it continues on. So I would like to see. I just think that the women now that have all these businesses and doing all these wonderful, great things, if they form networks that connect with younger women trying to do the same thing, that would be very empowering.
Okay. Okay. All right. Anybody want to elaborate on that or
Well, I think Courtney hit the nail on the head.
Being
no?
stuck.
No, you
Okay,
good.
good.
Go ahead.
Okay, I think what I would just add to that is just making sure that we have diversity in the workplace. Make sure that, like Courtney was suggesting,
Mm-hmm.
that we do make sure that we provide mentorships to women. A lot of times we see that other women will get into positions and we have this attitude in terms of it's only one, but we can share that information and empower other women, you know, with that knowledge and watch those people flourish. And I just think that that's important to make sure that we do as well.
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay. All right. So now, in regards to empowerment of women in this country, and we have seen a lot of women get in higher positions, and our vice president. Excellent. I mean, just that's a
Yeah.
proud moment. Okay, not only for women, but everybody. Okay, and
That's right.
regarding that, okay, women in this country, where do you think things stand as they are now? And are women any stronger now in positions of
I
authority,
definitely
Crystal?
believe women are stronger today than they've ever been. We have a lot of women moving in positions as CEOs of Fortune
Mhm.
500 companies. We're now having Kamala Harris as our Vice President of the United States. People are considering women
Mm-hmm.
for various things, just not in positions of power. Power. We have scientists, we have doctors,
Mhm.
we have lawyers, women making great strides, teachers, every field imaginable. People going on the moon, whether it be NASA. We have women that are producing great results and being considered. Now, the
Mhm.
percentage is not as great as we may like it to be, but we're definitely a lot further today than we were yesterday and that we were 10 years ago and 20 years ago. Things are ever changing.
Mm-hmm.
And as more and
Mm-hmm.
more women prove themselves, athletes, you're seeing great women athletes. We're
Mhm.
making great
Mm-hmm.
strides. So I can definitely see
Mm-hmm.
where we've moved the needle in a more positive direction. We definitely still have some work to go, but we're great achievers and we're being great examples of what we're able to do and what we have done successfully, not just doing it, but doing it successfully.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, I would
Yes.
agree with that. I
Yes.
think we see things happening with the military. Like a couple years back, they lifted. I didn't even know there was a ban, but they lifted the ban on women being able to in the military on the front lines. We have our first female NFL referee. You know, we
Mm-hmm.
have the FBI even changed some things based on how rape was defined. You know, which opened some things up in terms of empowering women and different things like that. I think, like Crystal was saying, we have made some significant strides, and you even mentioned we now have a woman VP, but we still have a lot of work to do,
Yes,
you know. And I
absolutely.
think if I had to say anything to impress upon people, you know what I'm saying, it would be not, even though we're making strides, let's not forget that we still have a lot of work to do.
Oh,
Mhm.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because the percentages are
So,
still, like you said, we
Yes.
have our first
Let me ask you. So, what areas? Where do you think needs to work?
in every area.
Having more women in leadership, exactly. Women having access to better health care, women getting paid the same as men. I mean, the list is enormous. You know, yes, we are making strides, but for some reason we still have this attitude that women should be at home cooking in the kitchen. And not that we mind doing that, but we're so much more than that. But you know, it's just, I mean, this back way of thinking still that we have to overcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, I was just
You
gonna
gonna
say
say?
in every
You want to add to
area,
that?
was mentioned, you have our first NFL referee. And refereeing is something that has been male dominated for as long as I've been around. And now people are just starting. Back in the
Mm-hmm.
day, you didn't even have women coaches. Now we have women on the
Sure didn't.
sideline, um, coaching not only women's basketball but football and other areas. So things are opening up, but the
Yes.
percentage is still very
Mhm.
low. You might have 99% men and just this 1% woman.
Right.
And even just not just women, you start talking about Black women, it's really like, oh my God, this is the
Yeah.
first Black woman this, or this is the first woman that. So the percentages are
Right.
really, because we're still, anytime when you're celebrating it like
Right.
it's this great feat, then you know there's still work yet to be done, because that means it's not the norm.
Right.
Absolutely.
If it was the norm, we'll just say, oh, you know, good job or congratulations and keep it moving.
Mhm.
But now when people are
Right.
making this stride, I mean, you know, you got confetti and
Exactly.
balloons and you're rolling out the red carpet because this is something that hasn't
Right.
hasn't taken place before. So people are astonished. Even look at the airlines. We have
Right.
more women stepping into the cockpit as the lead, you
Mhm.
know,
Right.
as the lead on a plane. So there's a lot. We're moving from
Hmm.
being stewardess or working as a gate agent to actually flying the plane and running things. They had one airline where they actually flew. It was two women in the cockpit. So we're able. All we need is the opportunity. And I think that was one of the what Courtney mentioned
The
in the
opportunity.
Absolutely.
first
Yeah.
Yes.
first question, the resources and the chance, the opportunity, the resources, because sometimes they don't allow us in the schools or to get the training. You have a lot of women now. I'm seeing a lot of women coming up in
Right.
construction as not just carpenters or electricians,
Mm-hmm.
but licensed contractors that are able to build homes and bricklaying and stuff. So if you
Yeah.
just give us the opportunity, we can shine. But and then a lot of women
Yeah.
are turned away
That's
from doing
right.
stuff like was mentioned. You know, they want us in the kitchen cooking and having
Yeah.
babies, and we're not supposed to be doing things
That's
that are quite ladylike, so to speak.
right.
So we don't
Stereotypical
get those,
roles.
Right.
yeah, so we
Right.
don't get those
That's right.
opportunities to do certain things because we're um you know, guided away from them or discouraged from doing them. Like, okay, you know, a woman shouldn't really be
Right.
doing this, or women shouldn't be doing this, or saying this, or leading this,
Hmm.
even in the church. There are women that are still not allowed on the pulpit
That's right.
to be considered as a pastor or a minister. You
Yeah.
had to be placed in the box and be an evangelist. So I think in every area, we still need to make strides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, and again, um, as this evolves, as this world evolves, and let me say this: this is and it is what it is. But this is the anniversary of when the pandemic hit.
Mm-hmm.
Would you all agree that during this time, a lot
Oh,
of women have
absolutely.
stepped forward
Mm-hmm.
in a
Absolutely.
lot of areas? Women have taken the lead in a lot of things. Okay, I've
Yes.
seen that. Um, witness to it where I coached at Wright State. I've seen that, and that's wonderful. Okay, and you know sometimes there's some backlash,
Mhm.
you know, but it shouldn't be. Okay, within
Right.
me personally, I was a women's basketball coach for 4 years. Well, coach girls, but on the women, the young women that I coached on a college level, tremendous. And I always encourage them, if I can just put a little plug in for myself, I would always encourage them to be great. Okay, be great.
Right.
Make sure you get your degree. Make sure you get something in your head. Then you'll be able to do all the other things will follow. Okay, marriage, kids. Okay, make sure that you get something in your head first. Okay, but it's trending. The pandemic came, and a lot of women stepped up to the forefront, and they are in some tremendous leadership positions. Okay, anybody else want to add anything?
It's funny you mentioned about the pandemic because
Now,
one of my friends, she was sick with COVID in the hospital, and you couldn't have any visitors and things like that when the pandemic first struck. And she talked about how the doctors, many of whom were men, the doctors wouldn't even come and see the patients. It was the nurses that were taking care of the COVID patients.
Wow.
The doctors
Yes.
hid and did not want to be exposed. So there's yet another example of women coming to the forefront. Here we are putting our and that's what kind of angers me about some people, because we're not good enough to be in the lead. But when something goes awry, and it's like, well, can you come over here now? You want us to save the day, but you want us to save the day at lower pay or less of an acknowledgement. Yeah. So
called on to fix it up, to come in and fix it up. Yeah.
For little or nothing,
Absolutely.
So that's one of the things that has always bothered me, how they overlook you to be in a position, but hey, can you come over here and step up and help us fix all the mess, that this male created? No shade, Logan.
Well, don't you see this halo over my head? But hey, again, I'm the first to, I see it. In the midst of all that's going on, okay, women have stepped up and taken the lead. And again, we elected a vice president, okay? A woman vice president has never happened in history.
Right.
And it all happened during this time of unrest. And just so proud, just so proud. So as we close out the segment, ladies, I just want to ask all of you all, this one at a time, give some words of encouragement and some wisdom to the little girls out there that aspire to, and they're going to be watching this, or they are watching this, who aspire to be their own businesswoman, aspire to be the vice president of the United States, aspire to be anything that they want to be. Let's get some words of wisdom. Start with you, Latrell.
Okay. What I would offer as words of wisdom to young girls, young women, is to not let our experiences, especially challenges or anything that negative that we might go through, not let that define us, because again, it's all about how we bounce back. It's all about our outlook, because those things are going to happen. So we're going to experience setbacks, but it's all about remaining positive, remaining faithful, and just staying positive.
Okay.
Well, you know what, Logan, I liked what you said about getting that knowledge in your head. Absolutely. Make sure you learn things. If it's something that you want to do, go after it. But get that knowledge in your head. You have plenty of time to start a family and all of that. Get yourself prepared to start a family, to get married, because that takes a lot of work as well. But you want to be independent. You want to be self-sufficient. Also, reach out to other women or anybody. It doesn't have to be a woman, but reach out to other people that are doing the same thing for words of advice or for resources to help you out in those areas, and just don't give up. If it's something you really want to do it. Go for it. Don't let anything stand in your way. Do it while you're young. Absolutely. Don't let anything hold you back.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
Crystal,
agree.
any
Get it
words of
while you're
wisdom,
young, because I was
encouragement?
one of those that didn't finish my education. I thought I was going to get Social Security first, but I finally graduated from college. But I just want to, oh yeah, it was rough for me. It was rough for me. I um I want to encourage the young women and even women my age or older, keep going. Don't give up.
Mhm.
There is so much out
That's
there,
right.
so many more untapped things to do, to invent, to see. If you have
Absolutely.
a
Yeah.
dream, pursue it. You're never too old, never too young. I didn't come
Never.
into the entertainment industry until I was in my 30s. And so I'll be celebrating 17 years, and it's been good to me. So never give up.
Yeah.
There is a place for you. And if somebody doesn't give you a seat at the table, build your own table, build your own
Absolutely.
chairs.
There you
I
go.
promise you, there's no greater satisfaction than when you create your own lane. Because there's a lot of times people are going to block
Mm,
you because they don't
Hmm.
want you there. And you have to
yeah.
go a different route. You might have to build
That's
your own
right.
lane, build your own freeway, but don't give up and don't give in. Keep going, stay the course, because I'm telling you, when you get to that finish line, boy, oh boy, you are going to be so proud. It's nothing like patting your own self on the
Yes.
back, because everybody that you start with may not be there at the finish line. You
That's
might be there
right.
by yourself.
Right.
So you got to learn how to pat yourself on the back and not give up, because there's so much you have to offer.
Yeah. I'd like to add something to that too.
Yes. Yes.
Sometimes
Mhm.
you see somebody else doing something and you think you can't do it. It's enough out here for everybody. You go
And
for
you
it
might
too.
do
Don't
it better.
you
Yeah.
exactly. You might do it better. You can come up with a different way to do it, but it's enough out here for everybody to flourish. Don't
That's
get
right.
discouraged because somebody else
Right.
is doing the
That's
same
right.
thing. You can do it as well.
Right.
It your own spin on it. Make it work for you. It's just
That's
different
right.
things like that that especially young people need to learn to
Yeah.
tap into their resources to figure those things out.
Okay. Okay. Hey, and ladies, excellent. Excellent job. Anything else you want to
Get you a
add?
support system. Look look
Go
to
for it.
people,
Yes.
surround yourself with people that are
Yeah.
where you're trying to go and not where you've already been. Um,
Yes.
you want to get around some people that can keep you encouraged. Because you
Mhm.
may not get it, you may not get it from home. Your family may not support you. You got to reach out, or your friends may not support you. But get around some people that encourage you and push you to greatness. Sometimes we all need a push.
Absolutely.
We all need to have mentorship. I need a push. There's some projects that I've been
Mhm.
dragging my feet on, and I get inspired when I see other people. It's like, okay, I can do this. Some things on my list, and that list of everything that you want to
Yeah.
accomplish. Because when you start checking those items off, you'll have a sense of accomplishment. It's never about success. It's
Absolutely.
never about the money that you make or how
Yeah.
rich you are. Success comes
Mhm.
in the form of satisfaction, or how you've touched somebody, or how you've been able to build on something. Like
Yeah.
Courtney
Absolutely.
said, you may
Just being
put your
able to accomplish
spin.
it.
Yeah, your
Hmm.
spin is different. There are a lot of people out here teaching how to bake, but because I'm a comedian, I'm able to teach it in a more comical way. You have teachers. There are some teachers that can present
Yeah.
material like nobody's business. So always never be afraid, because there is enough for everybody out here. It is clean
Absolutely.
out here.
Yeah. And also, we
Yes.
need to make sure that we make ourselves available to be a mentor to somebody, and even, let it be known that, hey, if you're interested in X, Y, and Z in terms of things that we can do. For example, I have quite a few criminal justice graduates who I mentor, and it started honestly because somebody sought me out, and I was so humbled by it, that now I make sure, like, the school that they went to, like, hey, if you have any people who are coming to my area and they're interested, this is what I do, and so people know, hey, well, let me and see, if we can make a connection or whatever. So I just want to impress upon people like us who may have some knowledge and information to not be
Yep.
afraid to share it and not be selfish and hold it,
Absolutely.
within ourselves. So some people might not know to ask, so it's a combination. Them asking us, making sure that it's
Yeah.
known. Hey, you can talk to me. I'm
Yeah.
gonna help you in the best way I can.
Yes. Women inspiring, connecting, and empowering within their communities and beyond. Ladies, excellent job. Beautiful. Okay. And again, I'm sure our listeners will take heed to everything that you said. Again, we just appreciate you. And I will say, especially with Crystal P and Courtney, okay? Courtney, again, has a website, the blog. It's the
I'm a writer for the
blackwifelife.com.
website. Yep. Yep. I'm a writer for the
For the
website.
website. Make that clear.
Yeah.
Writer for the website, the blackwifelife.com. And Crystal P has her own baking class online, which is called Break a Whisk, W-I-S-K.
WHISK.
And what we'll,
Yeah.
W-H-I-S-K. See, I can't even spell. I ain't put the H in there.
ISK. Yeah, you can hit us up on
W-H-I-S-K.
social media,
Okay.
on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter.
Yes, 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 yes. Ladies and gentlemen, look that up. Partake. Latrell does a lot of things in the community. Okay, she has things posted on her Facebook page from time to time.
Yeah.
So please take advantage of all these opportunities, ladies and gentlemen. These are three tremendous young ladies. And again, we thank you all for coming on
Thank
our
you for
podcast
having me.
today.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you for having me.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, no problem. This podcast is produced by 22 Design Studios. And as we close, you'll get a positive affirmation and shout outs. A positive affirmation. This is the 1 year anniversary since the start of the pandemic. We lost a lot of lives personally within us, our families. But God has blessed us and
Yeah.
he continues to bless
That's
us.
right.
And we
Yeah.
have to continue to stay prayed up. This pandemic's not over with yet, but we're a
Yeah.
year into this, and we're
Mhm.
still here by the grace of God. So
That's
we
right.
just gotta stay prayed up, stay
Absolutely.
protected, wear your mask, wash your hands, 6
Stay
feet.
safe.
Mm.
You know, you know what? You know what? In the grocery store, I put a basket in
Yep.
between me and the person behind me.
You have
I'm in
to.
front of the basket. The basket, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah, I got a little on my shoulder to make sure the rascals ain't putting their hands in my stuff, but I put more than 6 feet. So stay
Yeah.
safe, and our shout outs to our healthcare heroes on the
Yeah.
front lines. That's our nurses, doctors, all essential workers on the front lines there. Shout out to you all. You all are the real heroes, and we salute you. And as we close, we just want to thank everybody for coming in and watching our podcast this morning. The Garland Redcup Variety Podcast. Mine is Paul. He has some technical difficulties, but he'll be back on our next show. Our next show will be in 3 weeks. And again, we thank you for listening, and we thank you for tuning in to our show, the Garland Red Cup Podcast, where there's always something good in the Red Cup. We'll see you. 3 weeks. Peace.